Hey everyone. So I was doing some thinking today, or not really some thinking, more some observing, and I wanted to share something with you all this afternoon. So, I love me some quantum physics, right? So one thing that I was thinking about, which, is usually at the top of a lot of people's minds, is manifestation, is actualizing their intentions. So, I wanted to talk briefly about that and the energetics of that. Outside of preparing to hold whatever it is that you intend to actualize into this reality, I feel like I have lots of headspace. There we go. So, whatever it is that you intend to actualize in this reality, you also have to meet it halfway. And part of that is changing some of your habits, changing your thinking, kind of preparing the space, if you will, for whatever it is that you're willing to receive. And that means the inner and outer space. But when you're in a place of just beginning to set your intention, to plant those seeds, it's important that you, again, meet your manifestations where they lie. And I'm sure that most of you have heard of the concept of the unified field, basically the fabric of existence, that all-pervading force, source itself, right? And source, this unified field, I brought the whiteboard out, is usually represented kind of like this, like very subtle vibration. I'm gonna keep drawing that. Subtle vibration, consistent, even, the field, essentially. But we humans, we typically, in our everyday lives, exist here. And it's very much the whole concept of a particle and a wave. How things in their smallest form can be both, and I talk a lot about nuance and about being both, and it's an and type of experience, not an or type of experience that we're going after here. And so here's where we're more active. Anything in the field it's a lot difficult and takes a lot more energy for it to meet us in our more active state, in our more active, positive, masculine, action-oriented, reactive state, right? And so that's why it's important to calm oneself, to get to a point where you're a little bit closer, where you're like a little bit closer to that unified field experience. And this is the more inactive, feminine, negative, taking away without necessarily being depleting or not existing like in lack, I should say. And this is more of the receptive force. This is more of the space that we need to be like when we're in meditation, when we're calm, when we're patient, when we're tapping into our own personal timing and rhythm. I wish my squiggles were a little bit prettier, but you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit, right? So if you're trying to make something happen, don't start here. Start here as best as you can, and then slowly let it expand with you. Let things grow with you. Or else we put way too much stress on things. They end up becoming distorted, unstable, unable to meet us. What we seek to make real isn't necessarily as elastic as we'd like it to be. Yes, things are free flowing. Yes, things are fluid. But how much energy does it take to go from this to this? A whole fucking lot, right? Right? And unless you have a huge team of people or some huge force behind it that can turn this into this with more ease, the reality is, the nature of it is, you have to start more geared toward this receptive, flowing field. You have to sink into the field of possibility before you can emerge out with something to show for it. So if you're creating too much tension, this is why. You're overworking yourself. you're relying too heavily on your own self to do the work or the universe to do the work for you. You have to meet in the middle. And where is the middle? It's everywhere. The middle is neutral. The middle is existence. It's pure consciousness. That's what the middle is, as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm not always as refined as I'd like to be in these videos, but you get what you get, as I said before. So if there's any way you'd like to work with me, find me on Patreon. I'm doing stuff with the Observatory that's super fun. It's a subscription-based thing since it is Patreon. Doing weekly calls about monthly themes. This month's theme is interdimensionality. We're going quantum, talking about the dimensions, talking about how we can adapt to each one and experience each one in a new way and see, what type of tools we pick up, what type of new insights or perspectives we can gain. Also, I still have plenty of space for one-on-ones. So ask me about that if you're interested. I can do that via Marco Polo, or we can do something a little more intensive with my resourceful program. And yeah, I just hope you all have a wonderful day. And if my messages help you, please consider donating, sharing them in your story, liking them even. Follow my YouTube channel. Anything is a great help and a great support in terms of allowing my passions to serve you as well as serve me. I also am just sharing the work as it comes to me, as I process it personally. So I'm excited. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it's 12:34. Fuck yes. Anyways, I'll talk to you all same space time, another time space. I'll keep workshopping it.